Who's on cell phone with number ending in 52?
That's Paul Briggs.
Okay, thanks, Paul. And who's on the cell phone that just joined?
John Delarada.
Okay, thanks, John. Just trying to keep track of who's here because it only tells us what the cell phone number is.
Seth, let me know when we are ready to go.
That's what happens when you use the call-in number. If you actually use the video app, it'll show your face and it'll say your name. So, like, see how you can see Denise and Ismet, and even Stan, who's has his camera turned off. You can still see that he's in the. Yes. Yep. Use the app. Yep. So.
Ismet, do you want me to call the roll and motion for approval of the minutes?
No, we are already done. I will.
We haven't started yet, but I know you're not feeling well, so. Okay,
Yeah, why don't you do that, Supervisor? It's just quicker and easier.
I'll do that, and then you can just do your discussion items, and we can move on from there. Okay,
Thank you.
we'll just wait till Lisa gets seated, and then we'll get started.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa, how are you?
Good. How are you? No worries.
Mhm. You have plenty of room. Okay, Seth, you can get us going. Okay, we're now going to begin our October 12th Finance Committee meeting. I'm going to call attendance. We have Deputy Supervisor Feminsky, Comptroller Alam, Town Planner Laura Robertson. We have our Town Attorney Paul Briggs, Councilwoman McGraw, Councilman Delarada. I believe that's all who's joining us remotely. And then in person, we have Councilwoman Weber, myself, Supervisor Syed, Councilman McPartlin, Superintendent Matt Yetto, our Deputy Town Attorney Elena Finnan, our Superintendent of Highway, Ray Smith, and our Chief of Police, Jordan Koshian, as well as our IT Administrator, Seth. And so I'm going to begin by motioning to approve the minutes of the September 14th Finance Committee meetings. Do I have a second on that motion to approve?
Second.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any changes to those minutes? Okay, with no changes to those minutes, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And those minutes are approved. Okay, we will move on to items for action. I will turn the floor over to Ismet to discuss the first item for action.
Thank you, Supervisor. So there's basically only three budget modifications. These are the regular housekeeping items. They are standard budget modifications. Please let me know if you have any questions about that. Okay. If not, I will move on to the second one. This is a discussion regarding T-Mobile lease renewal, and I will defer this topic to the supervisor.
Okay, thank you very much. So if I'm not mistaken, and Paul Briggs, you can correct me if I'm wrong, our Town Attorney Paul Briggs has been handling the T-Mobile lease renewal agreement. It's a perfunctory agreement. I believe that they have merged with another carrier. So this is, like I said, a perfunctory lease renewal that just reflects that merger of the carriers. I don't know if there's a change. If anything, there will be additional revenue to the town. But again, if I'm mistaken, Paul, please correct me if I'm wrong. But that's essentially what this second item is.
You're absolutely correct. We've discussed it in a couple of committee meetings. So yes, you're absolutely right, Supervisor.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're correct. That's correct. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. The third item is just a discussion regarding the insurance RFP bid results. This, as you know, this is our favorite topic over here, doing all the bids. We had asked our current, excuse me, I'm just not feeling too good. We had asked our health insurance consultant, USI, to do a very aggressive bid for 2022 insurance carriers. They did a great job on that. There were 4 carriers who actually responded. We have CDPHP, who is our current carrier, MVP, Highmark, and Empire. They all responded. And the difference between the CDPHP and the second runner-up was only less than $6,000 in savings. The other 2 carriers did not offer us the same level of benefits coverage. And there's one of them had higher savings, but the coverage was different. And we really don't want to inconvenience our employees and our retirees. We have open enrollment starting in November. So I would highly recommend that we, for a minor savings of less than $6,000, I would highly recommend that we stay with our current carrier, CDPHP. And we have already reflected those savings, part of those savings, almost $170,000 in our 2022 budget. So there's going to be additional $50,000 savings with the final RFP bid. Any questions about that?
Well, thank you very much, Madam Comptroller. I know this from the very beginning, from probably your first interview with the town. This was one of the areas that you identified as savings for us. It takes a lot of work. It's not an easy process, but you certainly delivered on that from the first time you ever sat down with all of us to talk to us about what you saw as your vision for the town. I do appreciate that. Certainly, and anybody who watched the budget workshops knows that every dollar we take very seriously. But I do think that there is a difference in the level of service. I was involved in this. You are sharing all of this with the supervisor and myself. And I think we're getting more services for that difference in the fees and or the amount of savings. I guess that's really what we're calling it, the amount of savings. And I am particularly concerned, especially about our retirees. They get very concerned. They reach out to all of us, and they want to make sure that none of their benefits are going to change or they're going to be adversely impacted. And you really looked out for them. So thank you. Thank you, Janet. Thank the supervisor for all of us working on this.
Thank you very much, Madam Councilwoman. And it's going to be a win-win. So it's going to be good for the employees as well as for the town. So it benefits everybody. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. At this point, I'm going to welcome Jordan Caution, Chief Jordan Caution, because this is his first Finance Committee meeting, and I'm going to ask him to talk about 2 resolutions, one to appoint a lateral police officer, and a resolution to appoint a police chief lieutenant. So are you there?
I'm here.
Jordan?
Can you hear me?
That's right.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very
The first
welcome.
resolution that we're looking is for an appointment of a lateral police officer. We have aggressively put out there that we're looking for the best and brightest candidates. We've received several resumes that we're excited about. One in particular that has the ability potentially to live up to the standards that we're going to set here moving forward in the town of Niskuna, and we're excited about that. The second resolution would be to appoint the position of lieutenant, as I spoke about in our budget workshops. And regarding the lieutenant's position, again, it was a part of the CNA's recommendation for a 3-person administrative top. I can't stress enough the need, and I realized really quickly in the first couple weeks the need with the amount of things that we have transitioning to progress our police department forward, to have a good cadre of administrators up top. We have one candidate currently on the lieutenant's list, and I couldn't speak more highly of Detective Sergeant Joseph Twitty. He's been with our department for 20 years now. He's been a detective sergeant for going on 7 years. He's incredibly qualified. He's incredibly balanced, and his abilities and strengths are going to only contribute to our police department, our community in that capacity. And should the board pass this resolution, I think that it would be a great success and achievement for all of us in the police department because it's long overdue for Joe. So we're excited about that. Anybody have any questions?
And this was something also I know Chief Wall had talked to.
She certainly did. She this
I know she
position.
talked to me a number of times about it.
Yeah, so this-
but
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
you're not. It's so
It's just
disconnected.
choppy, yeah.
talk.
No, so this lieutenant's position, this is not something new. Historically, we've had a 3-person administrative top. At some point for a number of years, we went down to 2, but then we went back to 3, again, based upon community demands and needs. And again, in conjunction with that CNA report, Chief Wall, they supported that decision in her recommendation to the board. And I'm excited that potentially we're going to be able to kind of see those things through now. So. Anyone else have any questions? No? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Next one is I'm going to ask Paul Meadow to talk about some discussion items from Public Works Committee. Matt, are you there?
Just curious, normally we just refer from Public Works to the agenda.
He'll
Are
talk
we-
about it at agenda.
Yeah, I didn't know if we want to do them on both meetings.
He'll talk. So we just say this is a referred from finance to agenda, and he'll talk about it at agenda.
Yeah, unless there's anything that you need
Yeah.
approval for from finance, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
He
hold-
doesn't
I'll
need
hold it for
finance
agenda.
approval
Thank
for
you.
these.
we'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Janet was out sick, so I screwed up this.
You didn't screw up at all.
Sorry.
You didn't screw up. We want to, have people come back at 7:00.
No, you're right. Thank you. I believe I have nothing referred from transportation or community programs or from economic development. So at this point, anybody has any questions? Otherwise, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I will second.
Thank you. So the motion passes. The meeting is adjourned. See you at 7 o'clock.
Okay, we have to call the ayes. So
Yeah.
all those in
All
favor
those in
signify
favor
by saying
signify by
aye.
saying
All
aye.
in favor, say aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you. We will reconvene for our 7 p.m. agenda meeting. Thank you, everybody.
I'll see you at 7. I'll be there in the room. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.